When Earthsea's 1,001 islands were born, the Nameless Ones ruled with their evil energy engulfing the planet. Until a powerful amulet was forged from the faith of a devout order of priestesses, which kept Earthsea at peace and the Nameless Ones restrained deep beneath the temple on the island of Atuan. But then the amulet was broken. An evil in the form of Kargide invaders questing to rule the world spread across Earthsea like a plague, leaving only the priestesses' faith and prayer to guard the door and keep the Nameless Ones contained. An ancient prophecy told of a young wizard who would someday arise to reunite the amulet and bring a lasting peace to the world of Earthsea.
No, don't die. No.
I heard you crying out.
It's okay, Rose. It's just a dream. Is Mother Thar awake yet?
I was just on my way to her chambers to cool her fever.
Okay. I'm gonna go with you.
Yes? What do you want?
Some shelter for a wayward traveler?
You better come in. It's getting quite nasty out there. Can we offer you some broth?
I was hoping for something of greater sustenance.
I have to admit, my dear Kossel, some women are merely satisfied to please, but you've made it into a science.
I've had the perfect specimen upon which to concentrate my studies.
Quite true. And has the venerable mother's illness brought her any closer to naming her successor?
Sire, there's been a slight wrinkle in my plan.
Wrinkle? What wrinkle?
She named Sister Tenor to succeed her.
She what?
How could you allow this to happen?
It was no fault of mine. That scheming little worm bent Thar to her will.
A task I set to you, I recall. Do you have any idea how upset I will be if the secrets of the Nameless Ones are denied to me?
I can imagine. But I do have a plan.
You had a plan, Kossel.
Give me this one last chance. I promise I will not fail you. Thar will not only regret her decision, but she will beg for my assistance.
Very well. Is there any chance Tenar's visions could draw the wizard to her as well?
My thoughts exactly.
In which case, he would be delivered to me on the same platter as my immortality, would he not?
Our immortality, Your Majesty.
Our immortality.
Now, would you care to continue our research?
And it is the same person in every vision.
Yes. And it is as though I didn't want him to die.
The meaning of this vision will become apparent one day, I hope. For now, we should get some rest. Tomorrow will be an important day, for I intend to show you the labyrinth and share with you that which has been passed on to me.
I pray that I am worthy. Rest now, Mother. Bless you.
You have no idea how much your kindness has meant to me, dear Rose, over the last weeks.
I thought you'd be feeling better by now.
Savages. Make way for the Magus.
Has anything been touched?
No, Magus.
Complete silence.
What is this?
I said silence. This is my doing, just watch. Now, the murderer.
Oh no. Who is it?
I don't know. Still don't know.
I thought you were at the Cargite Fortress.
I was. I've only just returned. I was checking to see if Tenna had another of her visions.
Oh, she did, in fact. In this one, it seems the young wizard was drowned.
Well, that's not all bad. And what, may I ask, are you doing at Tenna's chamber?
I was only coming to check on her well-being.
Were you? Well, perhaps we should discuss this in the morning.
No, you don't. You keep your paws to yourself, you old dog.
You look like you need a drink, my friend. You seen a ghost or something?
In truth, I think I have.
Huh?
Did you know the farmer Glaud? He'd a place outside Ismay.
Sure, I know the man.
He just found him and his clan dead.
What? Robbers?
No, it was no robbers. Monsters. They were gutted like chickens. I saw it with my own eyes.
A whole lot?
4 of them, and 2 travelers up on the cliffs.
Anyone seen who done it?
No, the Magus conjured him. We saw his image standing there as he was. Could be here by now in the town.
Enough of that. What does he look like?
He's a scar.
Hey.
Hey, who's that there?
Magus, go quickly, sir. The killer, he's here.
Where?
In the town. He slipped out of the tavern, but he's being followed.
Oh, call the Shire Reeve. You found out who the killer was. Isn't that enough?
No, sister. This is something I must deal with. Bar the door. Let no one enter.
Nothing except slit 6 people from end to end, you monster!
I didn't, I swear.
It's devoured you, hasn't it? The shadow.
I am not the Gabbeth, I swear. Now let me go! Let go!
They just done it! Well done, Magus. You know him, sir. I knew the poor soul whose body this thing has taken.
He'd have torn us apart if you hadn't have stopped him, Master Wizard. 3 cheers for the Magus!
No! This is no cheering matter. The evil spirit my friend has raised has taken over his body, devoured him from within. He deserves our pity.
Deserves to die. Drown him!
That might be too kind. I think he may welcome it. Wait! All may not be as it seems. Carry him to my house. No! No! Do as I say. Am I not the Magus of these isles? Listen, I'm sorry. I hope I wasn't too rough on you with that spell.
I only hope I can return the favor.
That bad, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, at least you seem to have slept through the worst of it.
The water's getting cold. Why don't you give me some more?
Yes, Master.
Feel my shoulders. I mean, every muscle is shredded. You know, Vetch, you should do some more hard work. Your hands are starting to feel like girls. Although you do have the massage thing down. Oh.
Get of 10 elders, may I introduce my sister Yarrow.
Hi.
A stone. You tied a stone to a rope?
Primitive but effective. If need be, Vetch, I was prepared to die with that creature. It didn't work out the way I planned.
No, it didn't, did it?
Because, of course, it had stolen something from me.
Your face.
Yes.
So now you're a fugitive because of his terrible crimes.
I am.
So what are you gonna do now?
Stay in the hunt, I suppose.
Where will you go?
I don't know. I feel as if I'm being pulled. To the east.
And how will you know that you've gotten where you're going?
Not sure.
That settles it. Wherever the Gabbeth pulls you is where I'm going.
No.
That she's right. This isn't your battle.
You can't do it by yourself, old friend. You've already proven that, beyond a doubt. I was there when you released the shadow, and I shall be present when you defeat it.
What if I never do? This is my doom,
You think
not
we met by
yours.
chance down at the seashore?
What was it but
There's
chance?
no such thing as chance meetings in the lives of wizards, Gen. You know that. We quest together, and that's all there is to it.
But what if you're killed doing it?
Then I die following the right path, little sister. Would you have me do otherwise?
Yes, I'd have you live.
So would I, Yarrow. But once your brother's made up his mind, it's hard to change it. Let me make you a pledge that if it's in my power to do so, I'll bring him safely back.
I sometimes fear that I am not strong enough to bear the weight of these keys.
The weight lies not in ownership of these keys, my child. The real weight is yet to be laid upon your shoulders. Go in. All the tunnels here look the same, so you must count. For as complex as a labyrinth might seem, once you know the pattern, it is rather simple. You take the first 3 right, then 2 left, then 1 right. Have you been counting? Lead the way. Once the amulet was destroyed, it was only this labyrinth, but more importantly, our great faith and prayer that kept Earthsea safe.
But this evil wizard, he may be more powerful than all our prayers.
That is why it is so important that you lead our order with your courage and maintain the strength of your faith. Good. Well done. So far.
It's hard to believe that I'm actually here, learning the secrets of this sacred tomb. Arriving as an orphan and being taken in to study was miracle enough, but the idea of that insignificant little girl.
There is nothing insignificant about you, Tanar. I sensed your potential even then when you first arrived. Wide-eyed and ragged and full of hope and fear. And not an insignificant amount of defiance.
I'm thankful that you took a chance on me, Venerable Mother.
I was an orphan too when I first arrived at the Temple of Atuan as a scullery maid.
No.
Indeed. So you see, our path, our destiny, is not that dissimilar.
This is overwhelming, Mother. And I must admit, a bit frightening.
You must never embrace fear.
The only other time I've been in this place was that horrible night.
This is the weight to which I refer to. The mantle that is now your destiny to bear. What I'm about to tell you holds the most sacred power of our order and must never be uttered out loud to anyone but your successor, who I hope you will choose as wisely as I believe I've chosen mine.
The Magus of God, where is he?
I don't know.
Very nice. Something to warm the ice-cold neck of a wizard, perhaps. We know he sailed out of port with your brother. What we need to know is their destination.
I don't know. They may have traveled west.
One thing you can always count on is for a woman to lie. They most certainly sail east. Let's go. No time for that. We must alert the king.
As the one with his hand on the tiller, I feel compelled to ask just where we might be heading.
Just keep it steady. This Gebeth has an uncanny knack of drawing me to it. He'll find us.
Oh, that's reassuring. Well, while we're waiting for this Shadow's beacon, maybe we could occupy our time with more pleasurable thoughts?
Like food, perhaps.
Exactly. And women, of course, but you don't seem to give much thought to either.
That's not true.
What's this? Our Ged has a girl?
No, not exactly. At least I don't think so. I've never actually met her. I've only seen her in my dreams.
Oh, right. Yeah, I got a bevy of those myself.
Oh, Vetch, this is the same girl over and over again. I mean, it's strange. She appears to me in visions, dreams, as if I know her. She's always wandering down the same passageway.
The real story of the amulet is that one of my successors fell in love with the Kargite king and plotted with him to destroy the amulet.
I read that, but I don't understand. Why would she do such a thing?
Because they believe that by committing this monstrous act, they will release the nameless ones.
Yeah, but to what end?
To no end. They believe it will bring them immortality. Foolish notion.
But why didn't it release the nameless ones?
Because, my dear child, they misjudged the power of our order's faith. That very spirit that we teach and dedicate ourselves to every day of our lives is still the keeper of the gate.
And what became of the amulet?
Some tales have her realizing her folly, fleeing in a small boat with one half of the amulet. A huge storm swallowed her up, and she disappeared.
But why don't we teach this? There's a lesson to be learned here. And as you've always said, we must learn from our mistakes.
I suppose it is human nature to obscure the most shameful aspects of one's history, but you're right. There are lessons to be learned from the truth. You have my permission to teach it to the novices. Castle.
It's time for afternoon prayers, Venerable Mother.
I feel very weak. Do you mind leading them for me?
Most certainly, Venerable Mother.
I need to lie down. Rosa, my tea.
Now then, Rosa. Why don't you tell me what's been troubling you?
It's nothing, really. It's...
Come now. The bond between us is far too strong for secrets.
The medication, the drops I pour in Venerable Mother's tea each day, you said it would make her better, but each day she only seems to get worse.
Your point being?
I think the medication is harming her.
Do you? Well, we must discontinue it. Be on the safe side.
But we've medicated her without her permission or knowledge. We must confess it.
Confess? To whom?
Well, to Venerable Mother and to Sister Tenor, her successor.
No need for that, Rosa. I forgive you. I forgive us both.
It's not enough.
What do you mean, not enough? Am I not enough for you?
Oh, no, I didn't mean it that way.
We must always be clear in our meaning, sweet Rosa. This is what I mean.
Fetch.
Please, no more mutton.
Fetch, wake up. We've arrived.
The Gebeth?
On the island. He's expecting me.
Well, now he's gonna get even more than he expected. Singularly uninviting.
That may be. This is where we must go.
What was that, the Gebeth?
No. It's never.
It's a dragon. You didn't say there were going to be any dragons.
I didn't know.
Well, you don't seem too surprised.
This Gebeth has a habit of luring me into danger.
And you, it seems, have made a habit of following. Did you see those red markings on the side of its head?
That's very attractive.
I've read about a dragon once with markings like those.
Oh, fascinating. You could tell me by the fire one night. Wait a minute, red markings? Like the dragon that ravaged Tavnor?
That's the one. You remember its true name?
The one to bind it. The one to subdue it to your will so you can ask it any 3 questions you desire?
Yes.
Afraid not!
I think it was Evo.
I think not.
Then what do you think it was?
I don't know, but it wasn't Evo. I think we only get one go at this.
That's what you suggest.
We learned this in the Isolate Tower. Orm Embar. I speak your true name, Orm Embar, and I order you to submit. Isn't it usually 3?
Correct. But with that, you're back to 2.
All right, then. Tell me where I can find the Gebeth.
The Gebeth has fled to the tombs of that one. A very dangerous place. And your last question.
Tell me his true name so that I may overcome him.
I'd be delighted to give you that information if, in fact, your preference is to put your own safety ahead of that of Earthsea. If you had the ability to reunite the Amulet of Peace, would you not do so?
Of course. But that's not possible.
Anything is possible if you deem it such.
Ged, it's a trick. Just get the Gebeth's true name.
Yes, a disagreeable dilemma.
What option do I have?
Ged, think before you leap.
Where can I find the pieces of the amulet?
Very well, then. Return to evil's place of birth. There, the puzzle will test your worth. What you seek is within your grasp, but the act of finding it may be your last.
A riddle? I traded my life for a riddle? What does it mean?
That question is over your limit. If you hadn't wasted the outwits with a dragon.
You worried about facing the Gebeth? Or is it Jasper?
No. Just thinking about the island of E.
E?
Where the myths are born. The White Towers of Havnar. The Wrath folk of the South Bend never come to land. And the ice flows to the north. Would have liked to see the ice flows.
You'll see the ice flows.
I traded the sunlight for the shadow vetch. I grasped for power, and this is where it brought me. Which is fine. As long as we bring this thing to an end.
Well, at least you got to see Vamish.
Rosa. 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 Rosa.
Sisters! Sisters, come!
Dinar.
Oh, Rosa!
Sire, this just arrived from the Isle of Satin.
Last seen sailing east. To Roke, General.
Sire.
We make for Roke!
What you seek is within your grasp, but the act of finding it may be your last. Not a very encouraging prospect. Do you really think the amulet would be here? The town seems more subdued now that the car guides are patrolling. Don't you think, Vetch? Vetch! Hey, Vetch! With the fate of Earthsea resting in the balance, you stop to eat?
I'm hungry. It's not going to do Earthsea a bit of good if we starve to death.
Well, you hardly look like a starving man, my friend. But no point taking chances. Let's go.
Police.
Poor wretch. I can never understand how men can cruelly mock those less fortunate. Does it not occur to them how easily fate could have put them in his stead?
Oh, you again.
Sparrowhawk.
You remember me.
Well, I'm glad to see not much has changed around here.
Save for a few kindly car guides, I wonder how much magic they've learned.
What on earth are you two doing here?
Shh. It's a long story.
I don't know if you've heard, but when the car guides took over, they killed our Archmagus.
Yeah, get out of vision.
We've just come from Satine. A dragon directed us here.
Well, I see we have a pair of distinguished alumni amongst us. And to what exactly do we owe this unexpected pleasure? Well, no matter. We shall take this up in my chambers. Guards? You can leave them. I'll be fine. What I'm about to reveal to you must never leave this room. Is that understood? Very well, then.
Archimedes. How?
Come now, Ged. Did you really think that a mere dagger could be the instrument of my demise? You must breathe word of this to no one. The time is not yet safe for my return.
But what of the real Jasper?
Crossing the town square, did you perchance happen upon a village fool?
Well, yes, but that was Jasper? To think I actually felt sorry for him.
I thought it was a fitting punishment. So tell me, Ged, how goes it?
Well, sir, I'm still alive.
That's a very good sign. But what has brought you back here?
It's a compendium of toxins.
You must believe me, I have never seen that before.
Believe you? Is it just a coincidence that you were implicated by Rosa's dying letter, and then we find this here? Bring her to Mother Thar's chamber.
I am broken-hearted by your treachery.
But I am innocent.
Then, how do you explain the scroll of poisons found in your room?
I cannot. I can only imagine that it was placed there by someone who wished me ill. Dearest Mother, what motive would I have to harm you?
That is between you and your conscience. That I took you in, treated you as I would a daughter, made you my successor. How could I not see the malice you harbor? Rosa's last words and her honor betrayed your plot. Have you anything to say to Noah?
I would not have thought that you could so easily dismiss your own feelings.
I was blinded by those feelings, but no longer. I release you of all your duties and strip you of all the authorities with which I invested you. The keys.
Surely it doesn't end there, Mother Thar. She ought to be locked up for the protection of us all.
See that that is done. You will wait my final judgment. Take her away.
So the exact line is, what you seek is within your grasp. Well, though they may be loath to admit it, even dragons know that the whole world is conceivably within a wizard's grasp. So perhaps we should look at this more literally. What personal possessions do you carry with you at all times?
Only this.
Let me have it. Huh? Lady Elfarin's Amulet of Peace. I never dreamed my eyes would one day look upon it. How did you come by it?
On the Isle of Gods. My first teacher, she gave it to me.
The priestess who split the amulet was rumored to have perished at sea. Could this have been she?
I don't know. It was said that she just turned up years ago, after a great sea storm. She didn't know who she was, but she taught me everything she knew.
And without knowing it, entrusted all Earthsea to your care.
Do you recognize those symbols?
They're runes. In an archaic form I haven't studied since I was a boy. They translate to a simple rhyme. When the nameless tombs become unsealed, the amulet's key will be revealed.
Nameless tombs?
That would be at the temple on the Isle of Atuan.
Then that is where we must go.
A dangerous place. Protected by Kargite barbarians. The temple will diminish your magic, so be very careful once you get there.
If they don't get here first, Kargite's coming.
Not to worry. Prepare yourselves to travel.
Will you be all right?
I'll be fine, Gant. Good luck.
I want all floors searched.
Your Highness, quickly, they'll escape.
Where are the fugitive wizards?
That's what I mean. You must have passed them just now in the market.
Not that I saw. What exactly is your part in this, Master Jasper?
Nothing, Your Majesty. They held me at knife point.
To the market!
Of course, the other half of the amulet isn't secreted away in some flowery meadow next to a babbling brook. No. It had to be under the tombs of Atuan, the very home of Tygat and his bloodthirsty Kargite horde.
Yeah, not to mention the Gebeth.
Oh, not to mention. Although, we are wizards after all. The least we should be able to do is get by a few Kargites.
Exactly.
Watch where you're going, you clumsy dog. You there! On whose authority are you here?
Yours, Captain. Don't you recognize us?
Of course, sun blinded me for a moment. What news do you bring?
News King Tygath wants to hear, sir.
Well, you better hurry up and tell him then. And report back here to me after you've delivered your message.
Yes, Captain.
Whatever demons Rosa was struggling with, she thought to be hers alone, and thus she succumbed to them. We all have our demons. But if we face them together, we can prevail for each other, for our sisterhood. Farewell, dearest Rosa. May your soul find in death the peace that eluded you in life.
Shall we do what we did at the harbor?
Or maybe not be seen at all.
Even better. You ready?
Yeah.
This is a real tribute to our rote training. Shh, I'm just glad we paid attention, that's all.
Feels like the magic is weakening.
I think maybe we missed a class.
Run!
What of Tenor, Mother?
That she's safely confined is enough for now. Until I decide her fate.
And what if you should... Of course, I pray that you don't, but if you should leave us before that time?
Then my successor will make that decision.
And have you given any thought to who that might be?
In due time, Castle, in due time.
Miss you, Rosa.
Thank you for the concern.
The Archmagus was right. Wizard magic will not be enough for this place.
There's another power here. It's not magic, but a great power for good. It makes sense. This is where the Amulet of Peace came from.
So, where do we find it?
The Temple of Atuan, you must go under. Look at these stairs, come on.
I wonder if Gebeth's lurking.
The Gebeth, I almost forgot about him.
I'll wager he hasn't forgotten about you.
I remember this from my dream.
Was it locked in your dream? Because it is now.
Well, we can't try a standard spell.
Then what are...
I have nothing to say to you, Castle.
But I have much to say to you.
Well, then you'll be wasting your time.
Time. A concept to which you really ought to give some thought, dear Tenor. For at present, your fate is either to suffer swift execution or to rot in this cell until you are old and haggard.
You're not thinking what I think you're thinking, are you?
The Archmagus said that shapeshifting's only risk if you do it too often.
You think we can muster up enough wizard power to pull it off?
Maybe if we concentrate together.
I can offer you freedom.
Only Mother Thar can do that.
I have her ear, and soon, given her state of health, I shall have her place.
A state of health brought on by you.
Mere conjecture. But I forgive you.
What do you want of me?
Give me the incantation, and I'll give you your freedom.
Then I guess we both must go without.
Not now, Vetch. Spell may not hold. See? Now you listen when I say shed a few pounds. Get in there.
Who goes there?
Bind him!
Hey, kid, are you there? It wasn't so bad being a rat. Except for maybe this gnawing itch for cheese. Are you coming? Ged. You're not coming, are you? So I guess I have to do this by myself. All right, Vetch. Your move. The amulet. There's got to be some way to make sense of this.
Venerable Mother, we found him trying to break into the labyrinth.
Explain yourself.
He refuses to speak.
We don't hold thieves in good stead here. In fact, we send them to the Kargite fortress for execution. Why are you here?
I came not in search of plunder, but in search of peace. In the form of an amulet. Ridiculous.
That amulet was destroyed long ago.
She speaks the truth.
The fate of Earthsea depends on the finding of this amulet.
What makes you think you're the one for this task?
I was told by a dragon.
Only a fool would listen to a dragon.
It requires a wizard to reunite the amulet.
I am a wizard.
The evil wizard.
I don't understand.
There's nothing to understand. If you had come to me directly with this tale instead of sneaking in like a criminal, I might have given it more credence. As it stands, I shall have to have you confined until I arrive at the truth of this matter. Take him to a cell.
Venerable Mother, your health fails you. For the sake of the Order, you must name a successor.
And that successor would be you.
Who else?
Why have you been so intent in this successor issue, huh? It was you, not an her.
Give me the incantation.
The incantation? You hope I will give you immortality? I am dying, Castle. I'm dying, and you've seen to that. When we donned the vestment of our sisterhood, we were all set on a path, you too, Castle. A path of peace and forgiveness. Somewhere you lost that path, I hope you find it again. I forgive you. May don't die.
Give me the incantation.
Give it to me. I'll give it to you.
send for Tiger. He's to come at once. Tell him I'm on the verge of attaining all that he desires. And I have his wizard.
Who are you?
I can barely hear you.
Come to your door.
Hello?
I said, who are you?
Ged of 10 Alders.
And what is your position in life, Ged of 10 Alders?
I'm a blacksmith. And you?
My name is Tanar. I was a priestess. Why are you locked up?
How do I know to trust you? That you haven't been put here to gain my confidence.
Yes, they are desperate to learn the great secrets of blacksmithing.
What have you done to be here?
I didn't do anything. Someone bore false witness against me.
And what will be your fate?
I don't know. And I have to rely on my faith to see me through it.
Faith? I've never had much use for that in my life. I always believed magic to be stronger than faith. My only belief is in the ability to control my own destiny.
So, being locked up in here was part of your plan?
Could be. All right, no. But faith would not have been my salvation.
Well, that's debatable. But at least we have something in common.
And that would be?
Getting out.
Yes, yes. I want increased patrols on the islands of Broke, Vemish, and Gaunt. That wretched wizard is bound to come home to roost.
This was just received, sire.
Ged of 10 Alders at the tombs of Atuan. Well, it seems our little bird is indeed coming home to roost. And in my nest.
All right, Vetch, don't panic. You could just go back the way you came, or choose at random.
What are you doing over there, blacksmith?
Practicing my trade. Almost have it. I'm out. keep an eye out while I work on yours.
That's amazing. How did you do that?
Can you question the worth of a blacksmith?
You. The evil wizard of my nightmares.
Evil? You sure you have the right person?
I saw you on a hilltop conjuring evil.
You saw that?
It was real.
It was an act of anger and pride. A foolish act of youth. I've aged since then and paid. The Gebeth has hounded me ever since, trying to possess me.
And how do I know it hasn't succeeded?
Because you know me. Don't you? Just as I know you. I've had visions of you for as long as I can remember. It's the same with you, isn't it?
Yes. But how do I know if you're the wizard or the Gebeth inside the wizard's body?
Look into my eyes.
So you can devour me?
I won't devour you. Just look into my eyes and see my soul. You know we've been brought together. You have faith in that. Let it give you faith in me. I've dreamed of this.
I don't know why we've been brought together. But you do, don't you?
So that you could guide me through the labyrinth.
The labyrinth? Why?
I hold the Amulet of Peace. Or at least half of it.
That's impossible. Show me. That is the amulet. I recognize it from my studies. How did you get this?
Now, do you believe me?
So this is our destiny.
If not us, then who? Someone's coming.
Take the first 3 rights that you come to, and then 2 lefts and a right, and you'll find yourself at the door of the Chamber of the Nameless Ones. But before that, you have to get through the door to the labyrinth. And I don't have the key anymore.
Summoned to the chambers of the head priestess.
I know who you are. And I know why you're here. I implore you, take me in his...
I'll give you one last chance. Give me the incantation.
my death disrupts your evil goals, then I die. Gladly. Then die!
This is how I reward failure. The keys. Pick them up. Now! Open it. Open it.
Three rights, two left. You're right.
Understand this, priestess. If we encounter one more dead end, only your head will accompany me the rest of the way. I'll make a present of it to the wizard before I kill him. Do I make myself clear? Now go.
Keep moving. My destiny awaits me at the door of the Nameless Ones.
This must be the wizard. At last, we finally meet. You've not been easy to come by.
Let her go.
What's this? A desperate act of heroism?
I said let her go.
And what should compel me to do so? Your powerful magic?
This.
I'll deal with you later. Give me this.
This is where brute force trumps sleight of hand. You see, I've been doing this all my life, my boy. You're just an amateur.
Come on, wizard! Are you afraid? Come on, wizard!
Thank you for showing me the way. So frustrating when you can't find your keys, isn't it?
Wizard!
Seems we made it, you and I.
Fetch, what's wrong?
Come over to me, Cat.
The Gibbeth. You met with the Gibbeth.
I'm your friend.
We will be great together.
I don't know what you've done with Vetch, but you are not my friend. And now is the time of your destruction.
You came closer at once. But now we're in a place where my power has grown and yours is diminished.
What have you done with my friend?
He's gone to a place you're about to go to.
Stay away from me.
Good. I can no more stay away from you than you can resist me.
I can resist you. I do resist you.
Yes, let the hatred well up. In that instant, we become one.
Anger opens myself to you, doesn't it? So I'll purge myself of it.
Not possible. There's simply too much. Remember Jasper? How he despised you, how he ruined you.
You would have killed me if you could have, wouldn't you? That would not be necessary. He got his just reward.
You hate me, don't you? Didn't I stand in the way of everything you ever wanted to become?
I don't hate you, Father. I never did. I missed my mother. Our family. I needed to find myself.
Very well. But do you not hate the thing that killed your best and most loyal friend? You must make this cabin your home.
I neither hate nor fear you, Gibbeth. I know your true name, Shadow. And it is Sparrowhawk.
No! You are Sparrowhawk.
We are Sparrowhawk. You and I together. You are the darkness inside of me. I understand that now. I accept that.
Sparrow.
Where are you, wizard?
What's an appropriate spot for your demise?
No, yours.
You think you can stop me? How the devil did you manage to do that?
Part of me was missing, Tygeth, but I found it again.
Come here, you. Open the doors of the Nameless Ones.
Now! I refuse to betray my faith and my duty.
Don't even think of intervening, wizard. Or this blade will slide into her pretty neck before you can even move a step. Once again, open the doors.
You may kill me. You may kill every priestess in this temple, but I must honor our venerable mother, who entrusted me with the keys and the incantation which our order has guarded since the time of Lady Alfarin.
Do it.
What?
Do as he says. Let them out.
Kid, what are you saying? I can't.
Will you listen to the man? He's finally come to his senses.
You must do it. Look into my eyes. If not us, then who?
wisdom and grant me the gift of immortality.
Is he gone?
I think our world is finally rid of its greatest tyrant.
But at what cost?
Vetch. Vetch, my friend.
What are you doing?
I wouldn't be here if it weren't for my first magus and teacher, Roché. A great man. He brought my soul back from the brink, and if Vetch's spirit has not yet left his body, I may be able to do the same for him.
Where am I?
Back with friends. Come on.
But Ged, what can we do now that we've let them out?
You let them out? What would possess you to do such a thing?
I finally understood it was the right thing to do.
How can that be? They're going to wreak havoc throughout the world. Look what they've done here.
They would wreak havoc, unless...
Unless?
The Amulet of Peace was to be made whole.
Have you found the other half?
I believe I know where it rests. The rune's riddle. When the nameless tombs become unsealed, the amulet's key will be revealed. Just like the dragon's riddle, which the Archmagus pointed out must be looked at literally. You had it all along.
It's incredible. But can it be made whole again?
Not alone. But perhaps together. May the faith of the priestesses and the magic of the wizards come together at last. Reuniting this amulet so that all of Earthsea is in peace forevermore.
We command the Nameless Ones to disperse, be gone, and trouble us no more.
Sparrowhawk. So you flew true after all.
You've done a great thing, Get of 10 Elders. And in turn, you too are now great, aren't you?
Not great, but maybe whole. Perhaps our unity will finally bring wholeness to our world.
And as to what became of Ged and Tanara and those who loved them, well, that's another story.